Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, even. Welcome to another edition of the Amsterdam stream. Coming to you this time, 100% digital. We do not have a live game. We have an online game tonight, a TTS game, and we have two players playing tonight. And let's introduce the players first. That will be Faan, and the other player will be my co-host for the night, and that is Giel. Welcome, Giel, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Pleasure to be here.
Commentating on your own game. This is something new. We have not done this before. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this works and on your insight on the game, because I haven't seen the game, so I will be asking a lot of questions to Giel about his thought process going into the game, and might be very interesting as a stream and as a whole thing to see, I think.
Yes, I think so too. It's also the new next tournament we're playing inside the squad, which is our fall cup, which is hyperspace. So it's a bit different than what we've streamed before. So we're playing the hyperspace format. So can show what the table was like at this point in time.
Playing hyperspace? I didn't know.
Yes.
I forgot about it already. Okay, so it's hyperspace. Well, the thing I really like about this game, because I haven't seen it yet, but I like the fact that we have the Type Brute, because it's a fairly new ship. I haven't seen it in action. I think a lot of people haven't seen it in action so far, because let's face it, it's Corona time. It's COVID spreading all over the world. There's no real tournament, so this new expansion hasn't been played much. Probably hasn't been played at all. Was it already out during the Galactic series of GSP?
I am actually not sure. I'm guessing it was released for the championship, for the final.
Okay.
I don't think it was in before.
So it might have been played during the Coruscant.
Yeah, I think there were some squads.
Okay,
I would have to look it up to confirm. But
I did look at a lot of the streams of Gold Squadron during the Galaxy and the Coruscant, which was great. But this is the first time I'm going to see it. And the great thing is now that I actually have the player here who picked this list.
Yes.
So how did you come up with this list, and why did you pick this list?
Well, I prefer to play Empire because the Empire did nothing wrong. So that's usually what I fall back to. I also, because I am a relatively new player, or at least don't consider myself very good, I like to play multiple of the same ship so that I get more practice in with that particular ship. So I figured let's play a squad with just the new Brute. Also because this was a hyperspace tournament and it's a new ship, it will of course be valid in hyperspace. So I decided to just build something with the ship. It is actually huge. It is a medium base, but when I opened the plastic, it turns out to be very, very big. And it came with some interesting upgrades. It has a double cannon slot, so the synced laser cannons that come with it are also very nice to put on there. So actually 3 of my ships are identical. The bottom 3, so the yellow, the green, and the orange are identical generics, the Onyx Squadron Sentry with the synced laser cannons.
So why did you choose like 3 generics and then one rampage, which let's go because the generics, they don't have like a pilot ability, but they can shoot their cannons from the back, right? They can shoot them in the front or in the back arc. Am I correct?
Yes, so they can rotate their cannon to either the front or the back. And whenever the cannon is rotated to the back, whenever you would do an attack from your front arc, you do it from your back arc instead. And abilities that check for the front arc also check the back arc instead.
Okay, that's almost a fire spray kind of thing, but you do have to rotate your arc.
Yes, exactly.
And Rampage, what is his ability? Because it's a pilot skill 4, I see, but we never see the pilot skill, or well, not the pilot skill, but the pilot ability on the overlay, of course. So what does he do?
So, okay, this is going from memory. So the Rampage says that if after you complete a speed 3 or higher maneuver,
Yes.
You can choose an enemy ship in your firing arc at range 0 to 1. And if you do, you can give that ship a strain token. And if you're
Yes.
damaged, 2 strain tokens.
Yes, I already looked it up. I was, and you're totally correct. The only thing is you execute a speed 3 or 4 maneuver, so it's not a 3
that's
or
fine.
up.
Well,
But
it
the
doesn't.
thing is,
It
it
doesn't
doesn't go
have.
faster.
It doesn't. It doesn't go fast for, so that works.
And the brute, and now I've got the stats there. 8 hull, immense amount of hull, but behind 1 agility. So
Yes.
and quite well. The ship is quite large. The base might be medium, but it's hard to avoid getting shot at. I presume you're probably gonna get a lot
of incoming shots. That's it does have reinforce. I don't think I've used it a single once in this
okay.
match,
Again,
so that
didn't
does
know that.
help defensively.
But it seems like when you look at the stats with especially with this sync laser cannons and the target assist, that it hits like a brute.
Yeah, it should.
But-
That was the plan.
Because
So
that's the whole thing. That the target assist that's a massive upgrade. Because it says here, if you're not stressed before you engage, you can get 2 calculator tokens,
yeah.
right?
So the idea
And
about
yeah,
you can get to calculate tokens, and once you are calculating, the synced laser cannons ability goes off, which basically means that the opponent can't apply their range 3 bonus if they're at range
so
3.
basically you always double mod it because of course you take a target lock because you don't want green tokens, and then you get 2 calculates, and then you shoot at range 3. Well, that's massive.
Yeah.
So let's go into Faan's list, because Faan, I like Faan's list, and people who know me know why I like this list, because there's no upgrades.
Yes. Carlo Ren.
Kale Ren.
Yes. With nothing on it, and 3 generic first order provocateurs, which are just the plain ones that I think get what does it after an action? They get the extra barrel roll
Let me
boost.
pull it up. I was a little prepared here. I looked at the first order. After you fully execute a maneuver, if you're not depleted or strained, you may gain 1 deplete or strain token for barrel roll or a target lock action.
No.
I really
so
like
not a
3
red
agility
action, but
ships.
yeah.
And these have also this nice ability, PS3 and Kylo. I like this list. I think it is a known list, right? It is a hyperspace known list, or
I did actually play the hyperspace tournament in the Galactic Championships.
yes.
I did not encounter this particular build. I do think I encountered Kylo once, and I don't know actually what other lists were in that tournament. And there was no brute.
We have to look it up. I mean, I'm not so into the thing is, when I look at tournaments, I don't look at many times at list. I just enjoy streams and watch them, and usually I'm not all up to speed with the meta, and especially in the hyperspace. Well, let's talk about the whole setup now.
Yeah, so my generics had to be placed first. Faan chose to give me initiative, so I placed them sort of along the middle with open lines to the front, and then after Faan set up his generics, I got to place Rampage, and I decided to put it on the same side as his ships because
Were you surprised that he goes for what it seems, and I'm not sure, it seems like he's going for a joust. Were you surprised that he's playing this because he gave you initiative, right? So you would assume he would play like some kind of ace play, but now
I was actually surprised that he placed Kylo with his generics. I was sort of expecting him to keep Kylo fully separate and make me choose whether I was going for Kylo for his generics.
and it seems that I'm not an expert player. Seems you're okay with this, right? Because you're not that maneuverable. Do you mind the joust at this point, or are we? Of course, you know what's going to happen. For me, it's new.
I actually built. So the reason I chose 3 generics and Rampage. Rampage has a very different role in this squad. He also doesn't have the target assist. He has the maneuver assist. His plan is to just ram in there, basically. So
just to give away strains and what it was against strains,
exactly.
right?
So he has to be close for his ability to go off, while the other 3 have to be far for their Sync Laser Cannon ability to pay off.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense when I look at your setup now, because you really have this path between the debris and the gas cloud just to jam it in there with the 4 forward and trying to Okay, I like this approach.
So I didn't
Giel.
mind jousting. My idea was for Rampage to joust directly, and then have the other 3 shoot from the back with their Sync Laser Cannons. That's why they have the Sync Laser Cannons, and Rampage does not.
Okay, I didn't. Okay, it's tractor beam and auto losses.
Yes.
Actually, I didn't pick up on that one. Okay.
So the tractor beam is there to, in an ideal situation, not only have the strain ability go off, but also tractor the opponent, putting it in arc of the other 3, and then the opponent is both strained and tractored, and hopefully has no dice left.
And what does the ion limiter override do? What is
ion
that?
limiter override says that if after I perform a red maneuver, I am allowed to do a barrel roll even while stressed. So
I get it. So yeah, okay, it makes sense because you want to jam it in there. You want it a little bit more maneuverable.
Yeah.
I get it. And this ion limiter override is also a new upgrade, I think, and it is a talent. I don't know. It's new for me. This is the first time I see it.
Yeah, it came with the tie heavy, and I think it has as a restriction that it can only be used on ties. So it's actually interesting because it makes you look for ties that don't have a barrel roll themselves, so you can have them barrel roll anyway. So I know that one of our squad mates, who will be streaming probably somewhere these periods in this tournament, is playing TIE Reaper with the same upgrade. Suddenly you have a TIE Reaper that can barrel roll, which is quite
That's
scary.
interesting. That is interesting. Hey, maybe I'm the only one who's seeing this, but is it correct that the clock is standing still at this point?
Oh, it is not. So we had indeed forgotten to start the clock. So I made an adjusted clock, which I then forgot to start as well. So there seems to be a recurring theme. Let's see.
But time stood still.
Yes. So
Tonight
I'm guessing
yes.
we're probably now around 70 minutes.
I have no clue.
Probably. Let's put it at 70. But there we go.
So at this point, you're looking at the whole thing actually jousting. And now you realize, okay, he is not going for Rampage here. He's probably just going. Oh, we're not sure yet. So at this point, you think, okay, now I'm going to do.
So I kept Rampage a bit back here because I needed to get my other ships in the game first before we had.
But isn't that a little bit contra what you said before? That first you want to put Rampage in there and keep the other ships at bay?
Somewhat, but the green one was so far away that if I were to already ram in with Rampage, then we would have the first engagement while green was not close enough to engage yet.
Okay.
So that was my idea anyway. I can't seem to get the clock to run.
Okay, so we have a little technical, but not such a big issue. I don't know if Giel wants to give any spoilers about the game. Is this game going to time?
Yes.
For people who want. Okay, so we know it's going to be 75 minutes.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, for now I've just removed the clock.
So we've removed the clock. No worries. We'll keep you up to date a little bit. Everybody knows what approximately the play time of the YouTube video is, so you can kind of eyeball it. Again, this is the first time we are streaming or making a broadcast about TTS games, so bear with us. Some technical difficulties here, but they're just minor. They shouldn't spoil your streaming enjoyment, I think. Anyway, you dialed in. We can wait and we can anticipate. What is Red gonna do? But we can already ask because I have the guy here who put the dials in.
Yes.
So what did you do now at this point? Okay, so you did a 2 forward.
Yeah. So I think here I actually very intelligently swapped my yellow and green maneuvers.
Okay.
So which we'll find out.
So because it would make sense. Again, I haven't played the brute yet, but it makes sense that you would do a one move in a way, right? Keep it a little bit slower, but now I understand you flip the dial, so yellow's going to do a one. Am I correct now?
No, so the plan was for yellow to go straight. Okay, this is
You just missed the target lock.
yeah, exactly. So this is brown
That's-
checking for the lock, and that's why it took a while for me to come up. I was trying to eyeball it, seeing if I could make it. I couldn't, so here goes a locked debris cloud. That
Again,
debris cloud
I have to
is
say,
rather quite
at
slight.
this point, weren't you like, oh damn, I missed the target lock, and now because Faan, of course,
Faan still gets to move, so yeah.
yeah, and he can really put them ships in there.
So this
Faan,
is the
of
move.
course,
The move that yellow now makes. Was supposed to be the yellow that green made to get rid of its stress.
yeah, okay.
So
Faan, well, the man needs no introduction, I think, in X-Wing. I mean, he is one of the best players in the world, a master of the range game, and you can see it here. Probably he already knew that you couldn't get a target lock when doing certain moves. Probably, I don't know.
no, he actually thought I could. So
Okay, so
I remember that.
okay, fair enough. So I'm really, of course, well, let's not spoil it. I'm really looking forward what Faan is going to do. Is he going to go really fast into it? Because he has the ability to go really fast with these provocateurs and with Kylo. Actually, just jam it in there because there is one advantage that Faan has, in my opinion, and that's free agility.
Yes.
And the provocateurs, although they have a 3 dice attack, they always have a 3 dice attack because at range 1, it's just your primary cannon, right? Which is 2 dice plus the range bonus, 3.
Yeah.
So at this point, where you're like,
well, the provocateurs they have their agility unless they take their extra action. And that,
yeah, but it's an extra action.
Yeah.
You can just if he and the provocateur can go 4, 5. What does he do now? A 4. There you go. So now he's in range 1.
Yeah.
Just take a focus or an evade. So he's happy, right, at this point. Or is he going to do more again? He's taking a deplete and he's boosting in. A target lock. Oh, he's really going for
No.
blood on the wall again. Okay, maybe
Yeah,
it makes sense because now he's dodging one arc, I think. At this point, you're thinking, okay, I'm going to lose the brute here. Is that your idea, or are you thinking, okay, I'm going to kill one of your ships? What is your thought process at
well,
this point?
I mean, I was relatively confident that I could do quite a lot of damage as well, because there is the rampage in the back and the brown one here.
But does Rampage have arc?
Rampage has at least arc on the yellow, and I think also on the red.
Oh, sorry, I'm totally mistaken. Because I assumed, and this is really stupid because they have colors. I assumed that Rampage was the green one, but Rampage is the red one.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, people. I had a long working day. I'm just a little bit okay. Brilliant.
Well, Rampage. Yes. So and here Rampage rams in, which is the bump is of course not great, but it will still have arc on yellow. So there is still 2 shots going into the same provocateur.
Yeah, but
and the provocateur that did boost in. So
ideally, you would like to have 4 shots on one target, right?
yes, indeed.
So does the green one, does it have a shot, or did he dodge all the arcs?
Green does not have a shot on the provocateurs at this
So
point.
okay, so he needs to shoot at Kylo, and the yellow one doesn't have a shot. Okay, so this is at this point I'm looking at this opening and I'm thinking, okay, Faan did a good job here because he can do 3 range 1 shots at 1 brute.
I probably should have slowed down more with red and brown, and turned in more with yellow, and gone faster with green.
I agree. I totally agree. But then again, I'm not blaming you. Where it's a new ship. It's a new
It's the
list.
first time I played with a ship as well. I made the
And
list
then you play
2
against
hours before.
Faan,
So.
which is well,
Yeah.
even if you play like the best list in the world, it's uphill battle for us guys.
Yeah, I started to play X-Wing. If you know, I'll join the Amsterdam crew, and I wind up playing against Faan and Giel all the time. So it's
yeah, well, it's a steep learning curve, but
yes.
of course, it doesn't help now that you play a new ship in a new list. Of course, it's just trying things out. So I'm not pointing any fingers here, Giel.
I just noticed, by the way, that Kylo Ren is 76 points. That's all a good reason to play him for me. Maybe it's my birth year, so it's a beautiful number I just noticed. But
Okay, so you're a bit of a number freak.
yes, why if you see that? But I wonder because today we saw some points leak. I wonder if Kylo is still at 76.
I have no idea. Are they still, or are they only in that FFG app builder, or are they already in?
As far as I
Okay,
know,
so
it's only. I think that wasn't. I think that URL was supposed to be not there, or it was supposed to not have been updated yet, because they're giving away a lot of information now that they usually guard very well until the Friday.
I'm so surprised about this whole point. I thought they were like once every 6 months during the summer in the beginning of January, and now we have this pre-Black Friday.
I'm not convinced that these points are real. They haven't been released at all. They just did an emergency point change just for the Nantex. And then all of a sudden they changed all the points all over the place, even though there's just like 1 or 2 ships being released.
It is strange because as I said before, FFG was on this path, and of course we know about the takeover, but on this path about this points changes every 6 months.
Oh.
So it seems a bit odd that in November they put the and I'm not a conspiracy thinker here or anything. Okay, let's go back to the game. Shots are fired here. So
yeah. So I'm putting a damage. I'm guessing on the wrong.
But
card.
wait a minute. Didn't you shoot at him first?
No, Kylo shot just now.
Okay, so this is a shot on
So,
Kylo, and
yes,
and you
I'm
put it
putting
on
them
a
with a
green
green
one.
card, but it's supposed to be brown. I realized that later in the game. So
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Also, and now it's your turn to start shooting, and you're gonna target probably the yellow one because you have 2 shots on it, right?
yeah, I think I also have bullseye on Kylo, but because the auto blasters like bullseye, but I'm pretty sure I didn't go for that.
Oh, but wait a minute. Of course, Rampage shoots first because it is PS4.
Yeah.
Going into the yellow one.
For the newer players, yes. Yeah.
So how do you like this TTS? Because it seems like it's the dominant online gaming thing at this point, right? We have Vassal. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, to be honest. It used to be big during 1.0, but I think TTS is the dominant thing, especially when you look at what GSP done. Use this vehicle.
And there is very active development on the mod itself. And the Discord community is quite active, and there's a special Discord for the mod where you can talk directly to the developers, and they're doing some pretty cool stuff. They just implemented a new feature I haven't used yet, but you can mark your ship now, and you then see a sort of holographic version of the ship hovering above the table where it was, but you can look through it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and to be honest, now we're watching this on my screen, and it looks more like in real life X-Wing, right? I mean, the models are there.
I mean, the game Tabletop Simulator is made as a physics engine to simulate real objects and their physics as much as possible. So yeah, one of the charms I think of X-Wing is that it is a physical game where you have physical objects, and if you bump, then you might end up at a really weird angle and these types of things, which sure Vassal does it as well, but it's not what you would normally get on a purely digital game. So I think it's very suitable.
And I have to say, I'm not such a. I had a lot of problem. Fossil is not that difficult. Let's start with that. But I had more difficulty of setting all that thing up compared to TTS. It feels quite. Yeah, the interface is pretty good, I think, in my opinion. Okay, so we got the shots in from Rampage, and you're shooting the yellow one?
I think so.
Yes, you are.
So the
Getting
strain
one
goes
hit
away.
in. Losing the strain now. And now you can shoot with the other ships.
Yeah, so for our viewers, we try to maintain the overlay during the game, which means it's sometimes lagging behind the turns a little bit because I do it in between turns. And also the background is, it's not super readable for the lower Onyx Squadron sentries, but for the next stream we will have that fixed.
Yeah, because indeed we have to explain that Giel was playing this game and also being the director at the same time. So bear with us, but it's okay. You know, we can see the damage on the cards here. So
yeah, and it's mostly accurate. And the only thing that is different between the Onyx Squadrons is the damage anyway. And
yeah, okay. Well, we mixed the colors up a little bit, but hey.
Did you realize that all the generics have ruthless as well? Because if you have this much hull lying around, you are asking for ruthless, I think. So,
but it's, I did actually I missed it.
Yeah.
Ruthless. It's kind of your signature upgrade, I think, right?
Yeah.
You like to.
It's just like my sense of humor. It's ruthless.
Suicide Squad.
Yes. Yeah. So
we're gonna see if you used it a lot. Do we have? We're waiting for the new shot. I think you're. I don't know. What are you thinking at this point?
let's see. Maybe I was considering.
Because because we have brown, yellow, and green ready to go. There we go. We got dice going. Of course.
I think
that was a weak roll.
Yeah.
But no, you didn't have any calculate. So this is yellow, perhaps.
No, because then he wouldn't have rolled.
Because it seems like brown does have calculate, right? Or is that the focus of?
No, it's calculate. Must be.
Yeah, it looks like a calculate. Okay. So a bit unclear. What? Oh, we got a fourth dice.
Yeah, I think
so
that's.
That means Faan is starting to shoot. Okay. So you did minor damage. 2 shields of the yellow one, halving it. Putting you
points. I was
half
ahead.
Points, and you're already putting the overlay there. So brilliant. Yes. 21 points in the lead. I think we have a game, right? So we're signing off. Giel beating Faan, and thank you for watching.
Exactly. That was the
As
plan.
I can see on the clock, it's time. And
yeah, I'm looking for my exit strategies at this point, just running away, but for an hour. But,
damn, you don't have boost. I should have brought afterburners.
Yes.
So we got the profiteers coming in, and they're gonna hit hard. 4 dice on a 1 agility ship. That is always painful. And in theory, he can destroy a ship here because he has 12 dice versus 3 agility, basically. So this is possible. 3 hits, and he is going for. Is he going for brown? Yeah. Oh, and then we have a blank.
Yeah, that must be on brown. So.
Yeah, but again, taking the green one.
Yeah, this is because the.
Yeah, for the people that are colorblind, it doesn't matter. But for.
Exactly. It's because I placed them in a different order than the cards were, which is not very.
Smart. That's okay. So we already have a half. Oh, you're really quick with the overlay. There's almost no delay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
Oh, Faan really putting the pressure on here. You're okay. 1 evade, so you're still there.
Yeah.
Or do you already have 5 hit? Yeah, still there. 4 to go.
They all have a hull upgrade as well.
So 9 hit points. Then again, double damage. Still, you would be on board here on the board.
So the squad has a total of 36 health, which is more than damage cards, which is an interesting twist.
How does that work actually? If you go through your damage deck, is there something in the rules reference about that?
I think it was mentioned because if it's actually possible to have all your damage cards. No, is it possible? No, because if they're all on 1 health left, then you have 32 cards on the table, and you have
Yeah.
33 in your deck. And then as soon as one gets its lethal damage, then the damage cards that are on the destroyed ship get, if you need more damage cards, are shuffled, and you draw from those.
Okay. Again, 4 hits by Faan. Oh,
Yeah.
bringing on the pressure. So this is the end of Brown, I think. Is he going for Brown, or is he thinking?
No, I don't think he was. He was going for.
So he's having another ship and probably thinking, okay, at this point,
Oh no, it was
he
Brown.
is.
Sorry, it was Brown.
It makes sense, of course, to get ships off the board as fast as you can. Wow, this was pretty fast. This is brutal.
Yes. So now Faan is ahead, sadly.
Okay, so taking the ships off at this point. No more shots. We have dials here. At this point, ships are really close together. The provocateurs are more maneuverable. They have hard ones, hard twos, hard threes. They can do basically every hard turn. They do have S loops, K turns, so they have a lot of possibilities. You're a bit more restricted with your movement, although you can shoot from the back. So at this point, what are you thinking? You got to fly first. Your thought process, your idea about the movement.
Yeah. So indeed, it's possible to shoot from the back, but you have to still get to a place where you can actually fire that shot. My options here were to basically keep on going forward, but rotate my arcs. But I wasn't sure at all where Faan was going to go with his provocateurs. If he was going to turn them all to the left, or if he was going to sloop. So it would be hard to make sure I always had an angle on them.
Well, the most probably the easiest ship to predict here is Kylo. And then again, Kylo can go basically every straight maneuver. For Kylo is a blue one, I think. I'm not sure, but I think all straight maneuvers are blue, and then he has the two moves, the two bank and the two hard are blue as well. Blocking Kylo, however, is going to be hard with the provocateurs already in the way, so almost not an option for you here, I think.
Yeah. So green is still stressed, so he's gonna have to try some sort of blue maneuver that gives him an arc on something. Can't do a whole lot. Yellow could go straight or maybe if you're gonna shoot from the back, then you almost have to go right and then to rotate the arc. But then you're flying away from everything else.
Exactly, and you're going to leave one ship
Exactly
for the wolf pack, and they're going to eat it up alive. We saw that in the round before. If you put one shot, and I think that's the strength of the brute is brutal force, but it needs to hit with several ships, right? Alone, it's just basically a container getting slaughtered.
Yeah, indeed.
So difficult choices here for you.
Exactly. And for red, going straight is not much of an option. Of course, there's a right bank that probably would have been a decent move to do a right bank and rotate the turret.
And Faan, I presume he's going to go with the provocateurs. He's just going to go hard left. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm trying to remember why, because I remember what I did, and I'm now thinking why I didn't do something else.
Because if he takes the red provocateur and does it too hard, and then maybe the other two, the yellow one and the green one, maybe do a one hard. I'm not sure if that's good. I've never played with a first order provocateur simply because I don't have.
So if I did,
actually, I do have them now, but yeah, sorry.
For me, if I did the right bank with Rampage, and I would rotate my turret to the back, then there's a very large chance I wouldn't have a shot from the back or the front.
Yeah, well, let's assume you're not going to have a shot from the front if you do a bank, because the ships will pass you by. So, then
the
again,
back-
I would still like to see the bank from you because it will give you options in the turn after. And even so, if you do the bank, you probably won't get shot either, I think. But then again, I'm not sure what Faan is going to do. I'm assuming Faan is going to go left, hard left with the provocateurs. With Kylo, actually, I think he's going to do the same. I think he's going to do it too hard. But then again,
moves last, so Kylo really has to think about what I might be doing.
yeah, but I don't think does the red one fit between the two ships?
So here's green turning in.
I like this. I like this because if you can get a block, or if the provocateurs do go left, you at least have a shot. So yeah,
and
very
very
good.
likely a shot on Kylo. It's going to be very hard for Kylo.
Well, unless Kylo does. I mean, you see that a lot with aces, right? That they do a 5 straight and they're gone. It's not something I do, but I should do that a lot more. You see,
but then Kylo would be out of the game as well.
Yeah, but let's face it, it can turn really good. It can be back in the game as well, pretty quick. And at this point,
so I took a lock on Kylo with green. Now yellow. This is the one good thing I did in the game.
So what is it? Is it an S loop?
No, it's a talon roll.
See, did these guys have talon rolls? Oh my god, the 3 talon roll. It is a fire spray.
Yeah. So it fit perfectly. I remember. We're going to see.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I like it. I like it a lot. I didn't even because I didn't know it had to move, but even maybe so, I wouldn't have thought about it. Yeah, this is a really good move.
And it lands perfectly lined up for whatever the provocateurs are doing.
But Rampage, is he stressed, Rampage?
No.
So Rampage could have done the same.
Yes.
That would have been maybe fantastic. I'm not sure, but
well,
seems like
I am somewhat clairvoyant, so I know what Rampage wound up doing. But there was some risk. So yeah, this is a sloop from Faan's red provocateur.
Okay, so he does those. I thought red couldn't do that because, but I mistaken the strain for a stress, so he can, of course. Again, there we have the hard turn with yellow. That's what I thought he would do. So a bit lucky with my gamble there. Kind of like the move too. Gives him options. Gives him space. Would he do a boost here, or does he have a shot?
I think he's considering this indeed now.
Because then I will put him behind the rock. We'll put him behind outside the green firing arc, and behind the rock. So yeah, that makes sense maybe to do so. Then again, I'm not Faan Langelaan by far. I'm not Faan Langelaan, so probably his decision is always the better one, opposed to what I'm. So he's going to go for focus. He's going to stay there. Okay.
Now he's green.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. Okay. This I actually all these moves I thought he would do. Again, was Faan surprised about the talon roll by yellow?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, because it's a really good move. It's nice to surprise players like Faan.
It may also I don't know how well he knows the brute yet. Right?
Of course, it's new.
If you're not
Everybody
expecting
needs to get experience in and
talon.
get that into your memory about the moves and all that stuff. For me, it's really hard because there's so many ships, and I tend to forget all these moves. Some ships, of course, you know, but ships you play a lot, you know them. But new ships, you wouldn't expect a brute because it looks like a bit of a slow, heavy ship. You wouldn't expect it to have a talon roll to begin with.
It's still related to a tie. The ties are hyper agile. So
yes, but are there TIE fighters with a talon roll? I don't think so. S-loops, gate turns. That's about it, right? Maybe I'm mistaking something. We'll probably see it in the comments then. So be free to comment. on our stream. So we got that out of the way. Now we're gonna see what Rampage is gonna do. You're keeping us in suspense.
Yes.
I want to see. I want to see. I
think
want to know.
it's also a bit hard because of the perspective, but because indeed I was trying to make sure I would have shots, and with the bank I wasn't sure about that.
Oh, I think you're right. If you do a bank, you probably will not have a shot.
Yeah.
I would have really liked the talent roll here because I think it would have fit, right?
I would have also liked the talent roll.
Would it fit perfectly next to yellow? It would almost be.
Well, no.
But you didn't do that. Let's see.
No, I did do it.
Some red.
I tried the talent roll.
You did? Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant! But it didn't fit. Oh, come
No.
on! Oh my God, that is such a shame.
I bumped.
It's
the medium base, eh? It's big.
Yeah, but you know what the saying is: medium always fits. Not today, people. Unfortunately, but I do like the ball to move here,
doesn't matter.
Because if it would have fit, you would have had almost perfect positioning here.
Yeah.
So I really like the idea. So I got to compliment you on this. Okay.
Thank you.
Good idea. Unfortunately, wrong execution. But yeah, that's things. Those things happen.
It did give me a Kylo bump.
Yeah. But
and if I had done the bank, Kylo wouldn't have bumped, I guess.
No. This is really good. And if the talent roll would have fitted, Kylo would have bumped also. So either way, I like your idea. It was really good. But at this point, yeah, you're in a bit of a pickle here because it is at this point you need to get ships off the board because you're already behind.
So red is not going to get any shots, obviously. My red anyway.
No.
But the other two will get shots.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If red would have fitted, you would have had 3 shots on a provocateur, and it might have put you back in the game. At this point, you're trailing. So, unfortunately, well, let's see what happens. Of course, it's not played yet. I don't know the outcome of this game. So,
no. So Kylo just shot.
Yeah, I missed the dice here. He shot at probably at the green one.
Green.
Or at the yellow.
No, at green, I think. And this is where I realized that the damage should have been on green. But no, I guess he missed.
Okay.
Indeed. No, I think it wasn't a very good shot. Because indeed I don't see damage cards.
No, so of course what you said, Rampage being jammed in there, no shots here for Rampage. So we go on to green and taking the to focus, not focus, the small focus, the calculates, and going for a shot. And at this point, you're thinking, oh, am I going to go for Kylo, which is hard because he has the force, or am I going to go for a provocateur?
Yeah, that was indeed several times in the game my thinking. So I think I usually went for the provocateur, though in this case.
That's a wise decision. They're easier to hit because of the force is so... And there's so many hit points on Kylo.
No, I'm going for Kylo anyway.
Oh, you are going for Kylo. Okay.
Yeah, because he was bumped and he didn't have mods, and I think it was the right call. So here it was crit, and there was a blank. And this is where I actually used Ruthless.
I like that.
So red was still in the game, but...
This is a great... Because if you can get a crit in on Kylo, damaged engine, for example, again, would have been brilliant. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but I'm rooting for you here, Giel.
So, yeah. So
this is a nice result. You want to see this, right? Hit, crit.
Yeah. And that was pretty.
Oh my God! You put the crit in there. Yeah, it was the right call to go for Kylo. So getting half points on Kylo in one blow, amazing.
And back
putting
in the game.
Ahead again.
Yeah.
Okay, so people, it's a wrap. Thank you for watching.
Yes.
And it is the damage engine. Oh my God. Okay. This looks. Well, this looks. All of a sudden, it looks a lot better for you. This game.
Yeah, I was not despairing at this moment.
No, I can understand. You're like, okay. Wow.
And I still had a shot from yellow to go. And my yellow is really close to his yellow, which is the one that was already at 2 hull.
Yeah.
So
So
it was also lucky
again,
positioning.
but you, of course, it's 3 versus 3. You don't have any mods. He does, because you do not get calculates because you are stressed. Am I correct?
No, I do get the calculates, I think. Am I misremembering?
Pretty sure you don't, right?
No, I think it's the tie, the engine over the ion limiter override. That's
Before you engage,
stressed.
if you have no green tokens and you're not stressed, gain 1
Oh,
calculate token.
okay.
So yeah,
Then you're right.
you're not
Sorry.
getting a okay.
Yeah, it would be too good if you could get mods after any red.
Yeah,
Maneuver.
it would be very OP.
Yeah. I don't mind being OP.
No, it's okay. It's nice to be OP. It's not nice to face OP.
True.
Done with OPP? Not really. Okay, so now what are we waiting for? On a yellow shot at this point? Because yellow does have a shot. Or did yellow already shoot? No, right? Did I miss something?
No,
I'm
I'm
pretty
just
sure I
slow.
didn't. Okay.
I was just
So
being my usual slow self. Again, it's the first time I played with the squad, and I wanted to make sure. I mean, if you're playing against Faan and you forget about an ability or whatever, then you're completely screwed. Yeah, right?
I agree. There's a thing about playing really good players, is that it also paralyzes you a little bit because you don't want to make an ass out of yourself. Because well, not about making an ass out of yourself. You don't want to miss anything because then it's going to be really hard to get the game to your advantage. If you play a player your own level, you can sometimes get away with stuff.
Yeah,
With
but
Faan,
it's
you don't
also
get away with stuff. You need to
exactly.
do.
So that's why I took my time. Also, I think Faan was also considering. That was part of it. He was considering whether he wanted to use. Let me show you the dark side.
Oh, of course.
That would
Yes,
cost him force. And that was part of the whole deal. This is where I'm doing the
I didn't
making my
know actually
choice.
that cost you
It
force.
does, right? Or am I? No, maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong on
Yeah,
that too.
you're totally correct. After you defend, you may spend 1 force to assign. Although he was he could do it, right? Because there was not going any shots in. He would get the force back anyway.
Yeah, yeah, and he did in the end. So.
Oh, he did. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, and it also took some time when he did it because he wanted to put on a panicked pilot, I think.
Oh, you need to go through the whole deck.
Yeah, and it wasn't in there because of the amount of damage cards that are pulled on.
Oh my god!
Still stuck on
Yeah,
ground.
I get it. Of
So
course. And at this point, you say, okay, there's a lot of advantages of playing online, especially the bumping stuff, and it's perfect, and execution of maneuvers that goes really faster than in real life. But picking a card out of a deck,
it's actually
it
it is actually quite easy once you know how to do it, but it took a moment to figure out how to do it.
Okay.
You can right click the deck and do search, and then you get an overview of the whole deck, and you can even type text.
Oh my god. Okay. Again,
So,
the computer wins from you. Yeah. There is no hope for the human race.
no.
Okay. Skynet is coming.
So this is here I'm going for the next.
Yeah. So this
One
is
of my
yellow
dice,
shooting
bigger
into
dice. Yellow, I'm pretty
yellow.
sure. Though was that my decision? Because yellow has a mod and red does not. So
okay, maybe you're shooting
that
on
was
red.
probably
Okay.
my
And red also has a strain, right? So only
exactly.
2
So I
dice.
think that was why I was putting some thought
Makes
into it.
sense. Why not? I try to.
And my yellow does have a mod on it. How can that be?
It should not have.
No, maybe
But maybe red.
we
did
made a
take,
mistake.
or yeah, maybe. Or isn't that for red?
Red did a bump. Red could not possibly have a.
Yeah, but before you engage. So you can get mods when even well bumped, of course, as long as you're not
Yeah,
stressed.
but my red doesn't have the aim assist. He has the maneuver assist. No, I think
Okay,
this was.
fair enough. So that doesn't work. Okay,
Oh, but it's gone already. The green token is gone already.
So okay,
So I
Faan figured.
placed it.
Oh, Faan throwing a lot of blanks here,
Yeah.
keeping you in the game.
Yeah, because that takes out.
So basically, what you did is you halved all the
That was
provocateurs
different.
here. but not killing anything. So it seems pretty good, but again, it's not. On points, it's fantastic. In the game, maybe not so.
No, still 4 against 3.
Okay, so now the provocateur starts shooting.
This is obstructed through the.
So you get a lot of dice. You get 2 actually, but still, it's a lot of dice for a brute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting because you are talking on Discord at this point, right, with your opponent?
Yes.
Yeah. So putting the tap. Oh my god, that is also a fantastic attack dice here.
Yeah.
I'm
afraid
I think both sides are not. Oh my god, Giel, this is what you want. This is the natties. Yeah, I love it.
And now it is a crit on green, and green at the. Let me show you the dark side. So.
And is it a pilot, or can you pick any card out?
I think it has to be a pilot ability.
So what did you take? The panic pilot, I assume, double stressed.
No, I think that was not in there anymore.
Okay. He has to pick from what is still in the deck.
I think, yeah.
Okay. Now we got red coming in, taking the same target, I presume, or is he going to go for yellow? I'm probably thinking he's going to go for the same ship. Taking ships off the board, always a good idea, in my opinion. 1 evade, but yeah, 2 hits and a crit. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, he's taking the dark. Show you the dark side back. Does that mean that we have a dead pilot here?
No, it's just
common courtesy.
It was used already.
Okay. So, I'll take it back.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll take it back. Sorry. So okay, final provocateur in this round shooting. This is interesting. Is he going to go for a range 3 shot? Is it past the asteroid, or is it not? Is it a range 3? It's hard to see. It's hard to tell. Do you remember?
No. I think it was obstructed.
It seems like it's obstructed. I think so, because the line is red, right? So that kind of gives it away, I think. And I'm not sure if it's a range 3. That would give you 3 dice. Oh my god, 3 dice. And he's going for. Now I do like the tap. First I was complaining about the tap, but yeah, he's going for yellow. So going for you only get 1 die. I'm sorry, 1 dice, 1 die. Oh, nice hit crit. In this game, we see a lot of good die in the attack so far. So no complaints from either side, I think. But you do throw those evades. That's nice. You don't need the reinforce. You have an automatic reinforce.
Yeah, so this is a shame. So if I hadn't been playing myself, I could have shown the cards more clearly. So I don't remember what crit that was.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, unfortunate, but happens. On another stream, we will have that possibility to do so. If you're directing, playing directing is a different story, a different cookie. Yes. But it's a nice cookie. I like the cookie. It's a good cookie.
Yeah, it works. It's nice and relaxed this way. But it can be painful to watch yourself play, though.
Yep. Never should watch yourself play. Never mind. Anyway, let's go back to the cookie. Okay, so options here, Giel, because at this point you have 2 ships sandwiching the other ship. Your positioning at this point not ideal.
No.
Difficult. So yellow is stressed, so not a lot of options. Also, you have to move first. Is this the time you're going to bank? I think so, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yellow basically has to go over the debris.
And is that it also means, and I'm not sure, you cannot rotate your arc when you're stressed, right?
No.
Aye, aye, aye. And I see green did get the panic pilot because I see 2
Yeah.
stress. So, oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, this was not great. So indeed, I am not very good at planning ahead.
No, but that's one of the
anyway, and
difficult.
especially with new ships.
Yeah, of course. But that's one of the and to be honest, one ship is not facing the direction you are expecting it to be.
Yeah.
So that kind of complicates things, right? Because you would think yellow and red would go that way, or for the viewers, whatever, into the provocateurs, and then you have some space with green. But now you have 2 ships which are not that maneuverable, also stressed, both because all your ships are stressed, limiting almost everything. So yeah, unfortunate the bump in the previous round. However, really interesting about what you came up with getting out of this well, basically horrible situation position wise.
No. Yeah, green is also in trouble because of the double stress. Can't do a whole lot. Almost has to go for blue maneuvers if he ever wants to be back in
It's
the game.
almost interesting just to go for a self bump here with red, and because then red stays in position. Then again, red flies as last. Oh yeah, that's also a thing. I'm just keep thinking that red is not rampage. I don't know why. I got that in my head at the start of the game.
It is all right there.
I know.
That's
It's yeah. Well, I'm not saying it's normal. It's just my problem apparently. I got my mind set so much on rampage is green that I can't get it out of my head anymore.
Why?
I don't know. Well, I'm a moron. That's probably why.
Okay.
So for Faan, Faan is pretty confident at this point because he is in control. I think. Of course, he has 3 provocateur. Every ship is halved, so you did that well. Then again, it would have been.
The green one isn't yet, but yes.
Oh, the green one isn't. Oh,
It's just because of the overlay not having a transparent background or a background behind it. You
no.
can't see it, but
Again,
shadows.
you're right. I'm missing a thing here. Yeah, okay. My fault.
Not a problem.
Still,
But still, I mean,
you are
yellow and
quite
red
ahead in
are
points.
yellow and
It's
red are
unfortunate. I don't know what's the time. Can we call it?
no. I have no idea. Let's see. I don't even know if I have a good way to see that.
So we're kind of flying blind here, time-wise. I'm assuming we played for
So there is another
45 minutes.
31
Something?
minutes left in the recording. So there's probably around I would say 25 minutes left.
So okay, so
At most.
okay, so we approximately played a little bit more than 45 minutes. That's what I was guessing. At this point, when you're looking at the score and ships on the board, you're thinking, okay, this is not going so bad. But then again, if you're looking at your position at this point, not taking ships off the board, it would have been a lot better if it would be because you have 2 ships getting 1 off. It makes such a difference not getting the shots in, and because you are at such close combat, these provocateurs are probably going to get 4 dice into one ship. Yeah, I kind of guess this one makes sense to do this move. The problem is no arc change here.
No arc change, clear debris, clear stress, get stress, and yeah. So
basically not doing anything.
No, just hoping for a shot, but not a big
Have you
chance.
considered just going straight forward and bumping, standing on the asteroid, maybe trying to get a shot in? Luckily, it's hard because these provocateurs, they're so agile and they can do so many. They do have barrel roll boost, right? The provocateurs.
So here's green doing a bank.
Oh, basically they can do a boost and then a barrel roll, of course, getting a strain. So they have options. Okay, the green one.
So green did not take the blue bank to clear the stress. Instead, took the 3 bank, which is not blue, just to get more distance and hopefully be in a different place than it was expected to be.
Again, no shots because not able to turn the arc.
No, but green really had no option.
So this is basically, well, you could have gone again for the self bomb, maybe.
Yeah, but then there would also not have been a shot.
Well, I think
Unless.
so. Well, maybe.
Oh, on yellow, you mean? Yeah. Self bump on yellow might have worked. Yeah. Probably.
Anyway, this
You're right.
time
That probably
now,
would have worked, and then probably Faan's yellow would have bumped as well.
maybe it would have been a better option because at this point, you know, you're not going to get shots in because you know you can't turn the arc. So then again, yeah, well, understandable choices. Not, and it's always hindsight. It's always easy if you see the moves.
Yeah.
But this is going to be hard because now we have all these. As I said before, you've got these close quarter combat here. That's just there's not that many mods, but there is a lot of arcs facing you.
Rampage does the blue.
Okay, it does clear stress.
Clearing the
Is
stress.
able to turn his arc, right? Rampage.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
We'll do that.
And Rampage has the ability, because of the pilot skill, to PS kill one of the ships.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see how this plays out. No. So, how do you like the not spoiling anything about the outcome of this game? How did you enjoy flying the brutes? Do you like the ship?
I think so. Yeah, I do like the ship. I think I need to get used to it more. So there's 2 more rounds in this tournament, and it's the same lists. In fact, you will possibly be facing this list as well. Perhaps next week. Yeah, I do like it. I think with better positioning, it can be quite devastating with the sync laser cannons.
I agree. I think it's a hard hitting list. Obviously, I mean, target lock, like double modded shots are devastating, and if you have 4 of them almost every turn, amazing. The thing is, can you have enough damage output before you get killed? That's basically. But do you see yourself? Because I know you're a kind of player that likes to play the same ships in the list. You are known for that. But do you see yourself playing, like, for example, 2 brutes and a zoom tier and something else, or maybe possibly 1 brute or something possibly like
that? I mean, so I still consider myself a beginner, and like I said, the reason I play the generics and multiples is just so I get to know those particular ships better, faster. And it's my plan once I feel like I'm comfortable enough with those ships to actually start mixing it up more. So yeah, I think I'll play this list. Well, definitely this tournament. There's another tournament coming up soon, which is extended, and I'm not sure yet what I'll do.
The beauty about TTS as well is that you can play ships. Number one, you don't have, and number two, like swarmy kind of list. For example, I bought 1 TIE brute because I'm just thinking I just want to check the ship out first before I buy something. I mean, I don't want to have 4 TIE brutes just to have 4 TIE brutes. Some people have a different opinion, but that's my opinion.
I have 3.
Okay, there you go. But you don't have 4, so you could have played this list without.
Not yet.
Not yet. But you know what I mean, right? That's great on TTS. You can just explore a little bit with ships you don't have. Is this a list I like? And do I want to buy these ships? For example, faction-wise, I don't have the Separatists, but I did play the non-text, the spam text list. Actually enjoyed playing it. I was not as successful as Faan is, but the point is you can play with ships you don't have. Okay, let's go back to the game. We have Kylo shooting
going after Rampage.
Now I know, at Red Rampage. That's a range 1 shot. 4 dice.
Yes.
He does have 2 force. And again, these, oh my god, these attack dice in this game is amazing. Oh, that hurts a lot. He doesn't even need to put some force in. I mean,
not many ships would be dead at this point, but the brute with its
the hull upgrade. I always like hull upgrades in the list. I'm not a upgrade kind of guy because, and that's not because I forget a lot of upgrades. But the hull upgrade, yeah, that I can remember. And it's brilliant because many times when I fly an opponent, you tend to forget a hull upgrade at your opponent's side because you look, for example, at a slave one. Oh, okay, that's 10 hit points. It's not. It's 11.
Yeah.
It makes
And
such a difference. Also on half points.
yeah, especially I think the half points are relevant with a ship that has an even number of health
Oh,
points.
I
Or
totally
so.
agree. I totally agree.
It just makes it that much harder to get through.
So, Rampage really getting hit hard.
Yeah.
Does have a shot back at this point. I think you're probably going to go for the PS kill, right? Going on a yellow.
I'm still ahead at this point
I
wise.
know, you're still ahead. And you might be still ahead when you kill yellow at this. You have 3 dice into yellow. Makes sense, right? To shoot at yellow. Or am I missing something here?
I think that was the plan. Because yellow did not
Half
have
points,
any
range
mods, and the
1.
others did have mods. So yeah.
No mods. Yeah, I like that. You want to get ships off the board anyway. And also, if you PS kill it, that's one less shot coming in. So it makes all the sense shooting at yellow. It is a funny game
wasn't
though,
for the
because
PS, I would have gone for Kylo probably. But
when you think about when you see this matchup in the beginning, you see these quite lumpy ships that are not that maneuverable versus these super fast, agile fighters. And you would assume, and especially because you have initiative, that these fighters would be flying all over you. But Faan is using these first auto provokers almost like C95s. They don't do any maneuverability stuff. They don't need to actually at this point. But it's not what you would expect coming into the game. You would expect ships flying all over around these brutes. And that's actually not the case. So interesting. I didn't expect this to begin with. Again, was it?
I think here I'm also trying to figure out which weapon I'm using because Rampage doesn't have the synth.
No, but you have a primary, right? So it's 3 dice.
I have a primary, true. But I also have the auto blasters.
So what is the advantage of using the auto blasters?
None. I was checking whether it would have advantage, but the bullseye arc is still to the front, even though your turret is to the back, which is
And so,
confusing.
but there is something that okay. So we got okay. That this is this.
Well, ruthless.
Ah,
no, sorry. Rampage doesn't have ruthless.
Okay, no ruthless. Okay, so no ruthless. Only 1 hit. That's not going to cut it. Unfortunate. Okay, so we got yellow.
I was checking ruthless, even though I couldn't even. Oh, did I do it? Did I?
Oh, you did do it.
Oh, I cheated.
Okay.
I cheated. That was a.
That was a sneaky cheat on stream, Giel.
Accidental cheat.
It's good that you can call it yourself. Okay, well.
Good that I can choose to not put this online. But
you're forgiven. I mean, that stuff happens. This is not this. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
Would it have mattered? It would have mattered. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have mattered a lot. But hey, for the game, this is brilliant. I like your call here as a director. Let's keep it a little bit more tense. Get some ships off the board and try to increase that lead here. 100 points versus 76 points. Interesting. And there's not that much time on the clock anymore.
I don't think I cheated. No.
You made a mistake. I didn't.
I didn't use ruthless. I had a calculate because I used the linked action of Rampage that it has because of the. I'm pretty sure I remember this now because it did have a green token. So there's a rotate into red calculate as an action that it has.
Okay.
And I
Fair enough.
calculate.
Let's take it back. No
Not a
mistakes were
cheater.
making, and
No.
not a cheater, people. Don't go berserk online. The
I'm
man is innocent.
I just checked. Yes, it has a rotate into red calculate. That's what I did.
There you go. No trial by media, please. The man is innocent. Okay, so
It's also
provocateurs coming
almost
in.
impossible to cheat against Faan. So
Fair enough. Also,
if he knows everything.
that is that would have been double points for you.
Yes.
I agree. It's almost. I think it is impossible. So there we go. We have another shots coming in on green. Doesn't look good, right? Because I see a lot of damage cards there. Oh no, he's shooting a rampage still. So rampage here, getting 8. I count 8 cards. Oh, we flip some. So, ay. 8 hit points. Only 1 hit point left at this point. If you lose rampage in this round, it's going to be really hard, especially with 2 ships facing the wrong direction and the stress. And it's going to be very difficult. But we're not there yet. Let's see what happens. Rampage, hang in there. So 1 shot left, I think. Am I correct? Or am I not correct?
I think so. I'm guessing green still.
I think green still has a shot, but yeah, because there's still a focus there. Yeah, there you go. Probably going to take the shot into rampage, and since it also has a mod, there it is. No! Oh my god! Can he do something with the focus? No, he can't. Right? So this is it. 1 hit. What's going to happen? Are you going to be alive? Are you going to make it? Are you going to throw that? Unfortunate here. Well, it happens, of course. You can blank out. You can also roll a focus. The odds were there that you would die. But still, difficult. At this point, you're thinking, okay, I'm ahead, but not anymore at this point.
No.
Only 2 points, but you're in problem. You probably knew before, but at this point, you really start scratching your head. Like, okay.
I have 2 ships. They're both stressed. They're both pointing the wrong way. So it's a bit of a problem.
Yeah. That's an understatement.
Yeah. There isn't a whole lot I could do at this point.
No, let's just cross your fingers and hope not to die.
This is one of those moments where you look at the table and says, so X-Wing is a game about positioning.
Nobody told me this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you're thinking, okay, so I do have arcs. I can shoot from the back. So why am I not shooting from the back at this point? What happened? But you got a ship off the board. You have 2 ships halved. Actually, yeah, I think you're gonna lose, but I don't want to spoil anything. At this point, my professional opinion is
my plan, as far as I had it at this moment, was just there was a clock, and I was 2 points behind, but I had to get away because of the stress. So I needed to fly away and try to do that in a way that I could come back soon-ish and have a shot at something, because whether it's 2 damage to either of the provocateurs that makes me win the game, or
I get it, but the thing is, since you need the repositioning, and you're flying against 3 ships that can reposition after you and reposition like a crazy, because they can do a boost barrel roll, and Kylo can do almost impossible for you to win this.
True.
But let's see what happens. It still can be interesting what kind of moves we're going to see, especially from Faan at this point, because you need to clear some stress. So you're pretty predictable at this point, I think.
Yeah, I mean, green can only do basically one thing.
Yeah, that's banking, right?
Yeah, yeah, because of the stress. If I want to get rid of the stress, yes.
Yeah, and you have space regarding the edge of the map. So yeah.
Yeah, it may have been a better idea to actually turn, but
Oh wait, you don't have the one bank is not even blue. Oh my god. Okay, so I thought the one bank was green as well or blue. Yeah, again, I'm old-fashioned guy. I still say green, but it is blue, people. It's 2.0. Get to the program.
yeah, it was. Let's see, where's the? I'm trying to find the dial for the.
Yeah, I got it here for the brute. So, but you can do a 1-4. That's blue. And basically, all the 1, 2, and 3 straight, and the 2 and the 3 bank are blue. For but you do have the target. You have that upgrade. Does that do something?
No, not on
Reduce the
these.
difficulty of your 3. Oh,
That was on Rampage. So these have the
yeah. Again. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm assuming. Well, Kylo is going to go probably after yellow, and the other 2 provocateurs probably go after green.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably get 2 ships halved. Ooh, it's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard.
Yeah.
Losing 1 stress.
But the only other thing I could have done is do a 2-turn and try to sort of turn around and get in the game sooner, but that would have been very predictable as well, and it wouldn't have changed
I
the
agree, but
direction.
at this point, there's no real mistakes you can make or really good moves because
Well, I guess
you're so
technically,
limited.
if I had, because of what I did now, I in my next turn I would never be able to do a blue move, right? Because the banks would fly me off the board, so I will have to do the 2-turn.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure.
Yeah.
If I had done the 2-turn the previous turn, I would have had more options for the turn after.
I agree.
So
It
that
would have been a better thing.
Yeah.
Better move. Yeah, because you're gonna get screwed anyway. As
Yeah.
I said, these 2 provocateurs, they're gonna hunt you. There they are.
If I had done the 2-turn, it would have been a bump from red, so it would have been a shot less.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure if that would be true, right? I'm not sure if you would have bumped red, but Kylo also going after green. I didn't expect that. I would have expected that he would put Kylo on the yellow. But then again, as I said before, this is fine too. I mean, I don't have the time at this point.
For me, it was yeah. Well, the strain doesn't really matter on yellow.
And the green one is yeah, it's gonna die now probably.
Yeah.
Because there's 6 health points left, and now he has 3 shots. So yeah, again, the better move. And yellow is out of the game anyway, so he turns everything in. There you see Faan making better decisions than I do.
But I'm still so yeah. This is.
So why did we get a reroll? Oh, because he took a target lock. Fair enough. Hit crit. Yeah, there you go. Hit crit. Just take it. There's not much you can do. That's the thing with 1 agility ships, you know. Once they start getting the crits in, I mean, the laughing stops and the crying starts, you know.
And also the stress. I mean, if it had been stressed, it could have done the reinforce, which would have.
That would have helped.
Slowed it down.
Tremendously.
With 3 shots, it's going to be 3 damage at this range. So.
I agree. Helps a lot, especially since you need to stay on the board. You always need to stay on the board. But yeah. So no shots from you, right? There we got provocateur number 4 dice coming in. Oh my god.
Yeah, so I am pretty sure that this ship would not have had a shot.
Okay. This is good because he does not have a focus, but he does have a target lock. And that is a pretty decent target lock.
Yeah.
Oh, this is bad.
Dead anyway, yeah.
He only needed 2 shots to get you off the board. Amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So it wouldn't have mattered. The bump.
No. Again, the positioning put you in a situation where it was almost difficult to escape. although you were ahead a long time in the game, you could see. And that's an interesting game because you don't see that often that somebody's ahead, but still, when you look at the game, look, okay,
It
it
happens
might
to
be
me all the
ahead,
time.
but
It
this
happens to
is
me all
this
the
is
time.
yeah, okay. Well, you know what I mean, right? You don't see it that often because you were
So
when you
in
looked
this,
at the score, you think, okay, he's really good ahead. But when you looked at positioning, you're like, okay,
so
this is like almost fake news.
in this game, yeah, exactly. In this game, I was ahead on points, but I was definitely behind in the game.
Yeah, interesting.
In other games in the past, I've been ahead on points till the very end, but then when the clock is starting to run out, instead of running away, I engage anyway, and then I lose. That's that's
Okay,
usually
well,
how I
yeah,
lose.
okay, that's then a judgment thing, or I'm not saying that's a bad thing because it also makes you a sportive player to engage, I think. But sometimes in big tournaments, maybe not the wisest thing to do.
Yeah.
Then again, yeah, at this point, well, we said it before. Yeah, basically now it's just waiting to get shot off.
Yeah,
Or if time, I don't know.
we kept on playing. I can fast forward the recording if you want.
I don't know. I think, let's face it, I don't think any viewer at this point, and I'm not the kind of guy who likes to call the game premature, but I think we can call it. And
Exactly.
also because you know the outcome. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I know the outcome as well.
So I'll move it ahead a bit.
Okay,
Because
okay, so
there
we
you
have a
go.
little. This is quite interesting because Faan taking his time, just repositioning. He's not in a hurry, and that is also something what I like to see. There you see Faan, like expert player, not rushing it. There's no point
Yeah. Yeah, time was up
and
anyway.
probably also in a tournament. And I don't think about stuff like this, but he probably does when he's training. Let's not spoil some MOV here by going in too drastically. There's no point in going too fast and maybe losing another ship. Maybe that's his consideration here. Um, that's very interesting because I would just go in, get that last ship off the board as fast as I can when there's no need, right?
Yeah. Also, that ship has a lot of hull left, so it would
Yeah.
it would not be a
Then
given.
again, a lot of hull left, but you can have it quite easily. Then again, if you lose a ship,
Yeah.
still he would win, but he's losing MOV at that point. So maybe that's his. We can't ask him because this was pre-recorded, as people will understand by now. Yeah, but that's then again interesting. So maybe we can fast forward a little bit more because at this point there's not going to be any shots, right?
Okay. My yellow turns in.
Yeah,
Clearing last
obviously
stress.
you need to get some points in. You need to get some
Yeah.
shots in. Makes sense.
No. And then we see.
Still
That,
evasive maneuvers. So how much time is on the clock at this point, Phil? Do we have
well, the
any idea?
recording ends within a minute, so I think.
Okay, so this would be the
Just-
final turn, and Faan is thinking, okay, I'm not going to engage. This is the score, 100 to 151.
Yeah.
I'm happy with this. I'm taking the win home. Decent MOV, perfect.
Yeah. That is indeed where we left it.
Okay, well,
I'm not even sure.
I actually
Yeah,
enjoyed. There we got the table
there we
flip.
go.
Rage,
Exactly.
rage. I would prefer like a big TTS hand where you can smash the shit, smash,
Yes.
smash, smash. But
I'm sure.
maybe
Sure,
that
we can
that
make a. I'm sure we can make a mod that does that. So
smash it. Well, Phil, thank you. I kind of like the game. I thought it was interesting to see the brute in action. I was interesting to see the provocateurs. Um, all in all, interesting. Yeah, I liked it.
yeah.
Your take on the whole game in the end?
Well, I probably should have practiced with my ships. That would have helped with the positioning a bit, and it would have made me be able to play them a lot faster. And being able to play faster, well, the combination of the two might have gotten me some more results. I was ahead
Maybe, but
for some time, so maybe there is potential, I think.
Of course, this is also a sort
champions.
of, it's not a real tournament. It's more like a practice. We put it in a tournament form, but a really small tournament form. It's more kind of a practice thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I enjoyed it. Thank you for playing. Thank you for co-hosting, and thank you for directing, and thank you for putting all the stuff there. Um, we're gonna have a new broadcast pretty soon. I'm pretty sure. So for the
Yes.
viewers at home, we'll be coming back to you really soon. Stay tuned, and hope to see you on our next stream. Thank you, and bye bye.
Bye bye.